Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP, and we're North Georgia's only live online morning show. We have better lighting. I'm going to work on that again today. But first, Josh, no, yes, we are North Georgia's only online morning show. But no, I'm not in North Georgia this morning. First of all, how can you reach the show? Josh, let's show them how they can reach the show this morning. If you want to get involved, you can text me. There's our phone number, and I have it right here in front of me. So if you want to say something this morning, there's our email address and all the social media ways you can follow us. Josh, I have first I want to apologize about yesterday trying to get some things in place. I did not have lighting. I figured right here where I'm broadcasting that the lighting would be perfect until we went live yesterday morning. So my apology to all the viewers out there. We did get some lights. Things are a little better this morning. And so we're ready to go. Yesterday, thank you for the text message saying, I see you opted for the Witness Protection Program. I'm here. Josh, take that off the screen there so I can show people. I've got my Reagan calendar for the year. So I want to thank a viewer out there that got my Reagan Ranch 2020 calendar. I have that with me. I like my location here. It's nice and cool. Now, just to let you know, what you see in the background is a wind chime. So if the wind chimes start, we're just going to power through it, but I enjoy that. Kids, do not try this at home. I have a cheap cigar here in case we need it because I'm outside. Never know. Okay, so let's move along now. I have waited 50 some years. We'll leave it like that. Maybe I wasn't waiting for it when I was 3, 4, or 5, but I waited for a long time for a president of the United States of America to just call Al Sharpton a con man. I have waited for how long? Let me see. Now, there's one thing here that I'm going to work on today. I cannot see the pictures like I want, Josh. So I'm going to call the numbers, and I hope I hit the right one. But we're going to start right through some tweets this morning. Give me number, well, wait a minute, not that one. I'll get to, give me number 29 there, Josh, number 29. Al Sharpton would always ask me to go to events. Now, this was Fat Al. If you don't know Al Sharpton, there's 2 Als in the world. There's Shrink-a-Dink, Skinny Al, and then there's Fat Al with the gold chains and stuff back in the day, right? Donald Trump said Al Sharpton would ask me to go to his events. He would say it's a personal favor to me. Seldom, but sometimes I would go. I would go every once in a while. President said it was fine. He came to my office in Trump Tower during the presidential campaign to apologize for the way he was talking about me. Just a con man at work. Sorry, folks, I had to start right there because I have waited for this tax cheat, this liar, this con man, somebody to not kiss his ASS or his ring and call him exactly what he is. I'm going to tell you, yesterday with the Elijah Cumming in Baltimore and the squad, the women of color, if I've ever supported President Donald Trump, it is right now to 100%. I mean, I am excited about the things that are going on, and I like everything he says. And he's not a racist. We're going to play some actual footage from. There was a lady yesterday in Baltimore, Maryland, that did a couple videos. We're going to play that. We're going to play where Bernie Sanders, you know, the Jew that's running. Why do I get in trouble? I mean, everything. Why do I get? Bernie Sanders is a Brooklyn Jew. There you go. It's bottom line. That's who he is. He's a Brooklyn Jew. He's not running to win president of the United States. He's running to rake up some campaign cash that he can spend when he's done, write another book, get $2 million, and the Jew may be finished. Hey, I'm just saying it. Don't get mad at me. Sorry. He's a Jewish fellow. All right. let's see. I've got one, Josh, I want to get up there. I think it's number 27. And that's what it is there, right there, Josh. CNN, they're all going nuts this morning, okay? They are trying to cover up what's been exposed. Now, if you think, and let me get this out, if you think for 1 minute, I hope you got 27 up there, you got Bernie Sanders and you got Donald Trump, Elijah Cummings, and you've got the shrink-a-dink Al Sharpton. You will never hear me call him reverend. Oh, absolutely not. One of the most corrupt men in the country, okay? So anyhow, let me get back to this. All right. Do you notice, okay, they use the border, and they use the border trying to manipulate the Latino, Hispanic, Latina vote, okay? They use the border trying to. And what they won't tell you is it's not working like they think with the Latino community, the Hispanics. It's not working like they think. But what's really where they're underwater and they're concerned is the black vote. That's why this is going on. That's why they're calling Trump a racist. They're in trouble. Their internal polling shows, okay, I would say this jokingly, Trump is actually now the first black president. He took that away from everybody. You remember Bill Clinton played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall with his sunglasses on, and he was the first, they would say Bill Clinton was the first black president in the United States. Then there was Barack Hussein Obama, which is, we'll just leave it at that. He was supposedly the first black president. They're scared to death because right now Trump has actually taken that from both of them as first black president. Josh, what I want to do, let's go into Baltimore a little bit this morning, and just tell me if you're ready, okay? And let's go with hang tight, Josh. I'm trying to find a video I sent you this morning. Okay, let's go to the first one. Let's go to that one I sent you. Baltimore residents reveal how locals really feel. Now, let's go to that one. We have two videos, Josh. We're going to go to the first one, come back to me for just a second, and then we'll go to the second one. But folks, yesterday, this video is going all over the internet about Baltimore, and I love it because this lady, I'll wait till it's done. Okay, let me wait till it's done. Josh, let's go with the first video there, if you could, please.
Hello, it's me again, world. I was so excited when Ms. Kim told me how many hits that we got and that the president actually responded to Elijah Cummings. And what he said was definitely true. He hasn't done anything for us. For the last, I think he's been in office over 20 years? 30? Okay, so I was like 18 back then, and he hasn't done anything for us. No cookouts, no shoe giveaway, no clothes giveaway, nothing for the, and then y'all want to know about the houses. He hasn't done anything. Today is Saturday, July the 27th, 2019, not 1819. It's today. It's a little bit after 6 p.m. And like I said, I'm so excited. I'm so impressed with Ms. Kim because she's helping us. And she's the only one. Y'all need to put her in office. Y'all need to give her his job. For real. And I'm just not saying that. It's true. Okay, the house, as far as the house and everything, like I said, he has never done anything for not even one person that I know of. I never heard anybody say anything about him. And people want to talk about Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. Why is this man over there taking care of people at the border? We hungry. We need a place to stay. We feel like we're in a concentration camp. And it's just sad. He worried more about them than his own people. It's just crazy. Excuse me for venting like this, world, but it breaks my heart to see this. It does. This neighborhood, the last time this neighborhood was thriving was 2003. 2003. That's a long time ago. That's a long time ago. And it's just sad. And then they want to take the houses that's look nice on the outside they come around film houses that look nice on the inside, outside, but really don't nobody live in them houses, and they tore up from the floor. Like I said, world, please, we need everybody to get together and represent your neighborhood, whether you live west, east, north, south, way out in west, boom, boom. It doesn't matter. Just support your neighborhood, support your community, take care of each other.
All right, folks, let me translate for white people. I do understand there's probably some extra white people out in the suburbs that have no idea what this lady said. But, you know, Elijah Cummings is their representative. 30 years. The lady say he hasn't even come to their neighborhood and threw a cookout. Now, if you're in Georgia this morning, that's where most of our viewers are. You know the famous fish fry, right? Everybody knows the famous fish fry down there. I think it's in Warner Robins every year that David Perdue puts on. And you know that if you're in Georgia and it's political season, you know, you could hit about any politician's barbecue to their constituents in their neighborhoods and areas. This lady says Elijah Cummings in 30 years, they haven't even got a fish. They haven't even got a cookout. I mean, God didn't even, they didn't get sneakers. They didn't get anything. What she's trying to say is he's on TV and he's everywhere talking about the border. He's talking about these detention centers at the border, how people are treated at the border, children. They don't have toothbrush. He's talking. They're the ones that feel like they're in a concentration camp. Then what she's trying to explain to you is the media is going down there, this elite, deep state, corrupt, corporate media, white people. Man, some days I just cannot stand white people. White people running down there with their video cameras, okay? Or Brian Gumbel lookalikes. You figure that out. You tell me later. They're running down there, what she's saying, and they're going past these nice houses. They got a nice front on them, and that's the video they're showing on TV. All right? So let's go to the second one with her, and we'll explain that. And then what we're going to do after that when we come back, Josh, is we're going to take a break, and we're going to stay on this because America, you know, I hear people say, get woke. All right, woke. I got woke. He got woke. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that means. You know, I hear that. Oh, man, that brother got woke. I don't know. I don't know. I've never embraced got woke. I've never embraced and said, oh, this person woke. Or we never have. But today, for the first time, as white as I am, I will tell you, America, Donald Trump, he got America woke. That's what we are. We got woke, and I got to thank President Donald J. Trump. Let's play a second video, Josh. Come back, take a break, and we're going to stay on this because we know the inner city collapse. And I have waited my whole life for a president to say it's collapsed, and I'm not a coward, and that's our president. Play the second one, Josh.
Testimony went across on Fox News, but I have to ask you, CNN, especially host Victor Blackwell, he's saying that Trump is racist for calling out Representative Elijah Cummings for the way his district looks and just for pointing it out, basically. Do you agree?
Trump is not racist, not to my knowledge. I'm glad that he pointed it out. I'm glad that he put him on blast because people in West Baltimore have been putting Elijah Cummings on him on blast for years. Ever since he's been in office, he never did anything for us. Like I said, if he's supposed to be from this neighborhood, like I said, supposed to be, the rats just didn't come. These houses just didn't get tore down. They've been like this. If he would take the time out to come over here and see how things are, maybe he'd be better at his job. Thank you.
All right, folks, what we're going to do this morning, I'm your host, BKP, is just show you the side that the media will not in their ivory corporate towers. I'm going to show you the side, let me tell you something. If you went in this summer and you spent your vacation and you went to the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, I am so happy for you. If you went to Camden Yards where the Baltimore Orioles play baseball and you got a rack of Boog Powell ribs on the Boog Powell walkway there. Okay, I'm happy for you. But we're going to show you what the elite media will not. Now, what did she say? She said Trump put Elijah J. Cummings on blast. Now, that will resonate through the inner cities and the black communities all over this country. Trump put him on blast. I loved it. Blasted it out. She said that we have put Elijah Cummings for years on blast. It's never got out of this area, but Trump put him on blast. And Trump called him out. That's what it means. Trump called him out and let everybody know and did not hold back. No, there is a percent, and it's large still, but we have time and we're working on it. There's a percent of the black community that thinks Donald Trump's a racist. There's the Al Sharpton followers that think every white person, Al Sharpton, president will show you in a minute the tweet he put out, Al Sharpton hates white people. As simple as that. President called it out. Oh my God, where's my tissues? I'm going to be in tears today. I'm so happy with this guy finally saying what had to happen. So when Al Sharpton shows up and does his little speeches and tries to bring a 10-gallon can of gas so he can pour gas on a racial incident anywhere in the inner city that he can exploit, Trump called him out, put him on blast, put Elijah Cummings on blast, okay? What did the lady say? The rats didn't just get there. What did the lady say? Donald Trump's not a racist. Put him on blast. So let me tell you something. We're going to take a brief break. Now that we got Trump on blast, we're going to dig more into Baltimore because, you know, the president, look at the squad, okay? When the president tweeted out concerning women Democrat representatives, right? He never mentioned a name. But the Democrats took that tweet, and they're the one that stamped races on it. They're the one that stamped women of color. They're the one that brought the faces to that tweet. Not Donald J. Trump. They brought it. They did it. The four, I'll get them up in a minute, right? Now we're going to look at this. Donald Trump put out Elijah Cummings worried about the border and worried about subpoenas. Now, Elijah Cummings, I'll get into this later. He is the chair of, I think it is the House Oversight Committee, okay? He's the chairman of the House Oversight Committee. Now, you can look this up, but I'm pretty positive what has happened here recently, okay? There's only 2 House committees that have subpoena power, okay? And I'm pretty positive that is the Oversight, House Oversight, which is Adam Schiff, and the Judiciary, House Judiciary Committee, which is Jerry Nadler. I call him the bullfrog, right? They're the ones that have subpoena power. So last week, you can look it up. Send me a message if you think that I'm wrong, but I think you can look up last week. They gave Elijah Cummings and his committee, okay, they gave it subpoena power. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Trump called him out. Trump said rat infested. Guess what? That lady said the rats didn't just get there. Trump did not lie about one thing in that tweet. We're going to work on it right after this. We got a lot more video to show you. Oh yeah, by the way, debate, CNN. CNN, America's Got Talent tonight. CNN's debate. CNN is praying you'll tune in. CNN is praying that there'll be a news article that talks about their ratings tonight. They're in a mess. They've got debate number 1 tonight for the Democrats. I'm going to take a break. Josh, take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we're going to stay on Baltimore for a little bit before we move on to another subject. Trump, they got woke. Go to break, Josh.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. The summer savings are too hot to touch at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper. And every Chevy truck has a red hot price, like new Colorado Crew Cabs, over $6,500 off, or new Silverado Crew Cabs, over $11,000 off. You won't find a hotter deal on a new Chevy truck anywhere else in Georgia. The summer savings event going on right now at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Dave's Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Ready. Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let's show everybody how they can contact the show. That's our 24/7 number right there, 706-889-9700. You see it on the screen, our email address, and all the social media ways you can follow us. I have the hotline right here. You want to send me a text message, send it to me. Josh, a couple things before we get started here on our next segment. There are a lot of, if you're not in North Georgia, that's where we are coming from. We are out of Ellijay, Georgia. I'm not this morning. Now I'm working on the location. I've been told there's two things I was told in the first segment by a live viewer that's here. One, I had to back off white people. I don't know why. All right. But I was told, hey, you got to back off the white people. I'll explain I guess the white people I'm talking about. I know. Don't get upset with me, okay? Second, I was told I have to move because I have this post behind me. So we're working all the details out here. I am on location. Tomorrow or Thursday, I will do a segment at the end of the show, kindly explain to you where I'm at, what I'm doing, and I'm going to do a little show and tell. So we're going to do it about 9:30, let's say Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know yet. I'll let you know. There's a lot of pictures I want to show you and things like that and give you a little brief description of where I'm at. So we'll do that this week. Now, Friday, don't forget, we're always at Sycamore Crossing in downtown Blue Ridge. And every Friday morning, we have Ask the Doc with Dr. William Whaley. And then we have the All-Star Political Panel. We're always waiting to hear what Jane says on Friday. Rick and Bruce are good friends on the panel. And then North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton, the Community Relations Director of Cameron Hall. And we always round out our Friday with the star of the show from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge, our Pet of the Week. One more thing before we're going to get right back to the corruption in Baltimore and how the President of the United States. Now, let me just say this before I go. This I posted, okay? Now, I post on Facebook, and I always write right at the top, if you follow us, oh, no, I got a comment. Somebody might have got mad at me. Oh, I'll read that one later. That's a nice, deep comment. So I posted on Facebook this morning that what President Donald J. Trump is doing, he's not a racist. He is freeing, yes, he is freeing the Democrat slave voter, period. The plantation is in trouble. He busted the doors down of the Democrat plantation, period. And he is freeing the Democrat slave voters. I mean, this, I know what somebody is going to put on there. I am going to get hit with how racist I am, that I cannot even use the word slave because I'm white. Okay. I'm serious. I'm going to be told, you know, there's a list. Shit. I know. Sorry. I didn't mean to say it. I'm sorry. That's the one word I never try to say. I apologize. I really do. But anyhow, I get tired of us everybody having a list of words we can work by. Because I am white, I can't even say slave in any context, okay? How dare me? But this is the biggest freedom since Abraham Lincoln. And if you go out there, there's so many people will tell you this is the greatest president since Abraham Lincoln. This is the biggest freedom for black people since Abraham Lincoln. I don't care how upset people get with me. Donald Trump is freeing. I know you're going to say, quit saying that. Quit. One more time and I'll get back. Donald Trump is freeing the Democrat slave voters. You're enslaved. You can now vote any way you want. But you have a president that says it's okay, and Al Sharpton's a comment. Let me get back to this, all right? This is very important. We have a Democrat debate tonight, and I want to get right back into Baltimore, but we have a Democrat debate tonight, and the next 2 nights, oh, God, I'm going to show you the poll in a minute. You're not going to convince me. This is how they're in trouble with the black voters in America. Because now they're trying to convince you that Joe Biden's polling numbers with blacks in America are through the roof. You want me to believe that black America, and I keep saying that, I shouldn't say that. Well, that black voters in America can't wait to go pull the lever for a crusty old senator. Biden's extra white, a crusty old senator from Delaware, 76 years old. And you want me to believe that black people can't wait, that's what the media wants me to believe, to go pull the lever for him? Absolutely not. Not going to happen. I did understand, for those of you that are offended, we'll go with African American voters just one time. But I did understand voting for Bill Clinton. I did. I get it. And I understand voting for Barack Obama. I mean, I get it. All right. not Joe Biden. So anyhow, with that being said, I just want to tell you, anywhere you're at in America, there are so many great trainings going on. We have to get President Donald Trump reelected. And you got to get off the sideline. You got to. You can't sit at home and just post something, damn it, on Facebook and think, wow, I'm helping getting the president. We got to get off the sideline. We have to do the work. And we cannot let a Democrat, not one in the 20 that they have, go into the Oval Office. We can't. Now, I always endorse the president's team in Canton. You can find them on Facebook. They have a Facebook page. President's Team in Canton. It's about 100 people that get together once a month. They're awesome. I go every month. And I got my text message reminding me from Susan Haddon. Thank you very much from the President's Team. I got my text message letting me know that Dan Coates will be there. He is on President Trump's campaign team. So they have a member of President Trump's campaign team. They're going to do a training. And they want us to come down and do media, and we're going to do that. I'm going to figure out how to get that done. So please do me a favor. Go to Facebook, find the President's Team in Canton, Georgia. Check out the event. Josh, I'm going to send you the link on Facebook. You tell Sam or anybody in there, I want to blast it out all over and help them get the word out that training is tomorrow night at the President's Team. All right, that being said, let's get back. Let's read some Trump tweets, okay? Let's go through those first, okay? We're going to go through these first, and I don't think I can read them from here. That's the one thing I'm going to do. But Josh, give me number one, okay? I think we have about 7 in a row of Trump's tweets, the president's tweets. Number one, I don't know what is going on. I don't know what it's going to take. A lot of Democratic run cities all over America look like this. It's not just Baltimore, unfortunately. I tell you folks, where are my tissues? I'm going to be in tears today before this is over, because you and I both know that Baltimore was just scratching the surface, and it was exposing the inner city, Chicago. Let me tell you something, all right? Josh, I told you before, we got to order things I can throw, like a foam brick or something. I can't throw my glasses anymore because I get so irritated. I sit here and I get real emotional when I read a story, and I go through about 60, 70 websites a day, and I read a story where there's a stoop in Chicago, South Side Chicago, and there's a 3 or 4 year old little black girl, okay? 3 or 4 year old sitting out there and got killed. A 10-year-old sitting on the stoop got killed riding a bicycle from gang violence driving by. Right? LA, right? Wasn't it a month ago we were talking right on this show? What does LA have, like 57? LA County. You check me. I know my number's not exact. What is it, like 57,000 homeless? Homeless people in tents in LA? San Francisco, the homeless. They're SH asterisk asterisk right on the sidewalks. Houston, Atlanta's a total disaster. Okay? You name it. Now, I live in Georgia. You know, I'm proud of Georgia. It's the bottom line. And it's not just the big major cities. We have Allentown, Pennsylvania. It's a disaster. Folks, it's a disaster, these cities. The smaller cities are becoming a disaster. And Trump, look what he tweets out. Not just Baltimore, unfortunately. What's her name? Kimberly, I get the Kimberly Kallick, whatever, Baltimore journalist. Remember, vote for Trump. That's who made this statement. Vote for Trump. What the hell do you have to lose? I just wish it was in his voice. I remember that. What the hell you have to lose? Best unemployment numbers. Okay, so that is number one. Josh, let's go to number two. Number two, if you have it on the screen, I can't see it here, but I hope you have it on the screen. Baltimore's numbers are the worst in the United States on crime and the economy. Billions of dollars have been poured in over the years, but to no avail. We pour billions into these cities, billions. And what do you got? This jackass de Blasio running around saying, well, we need $15 an hour unemployment, and here's what'll fix the damn cities in America is New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio saying, well, we've really done a lot because everybody has to give a mandatory 2-week vacation. Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. $15 an hour, 2-week mandatory vacation. Well, the rats will flee the nasty communities then, right? So billions of dollars to no avail. The money was stolen or wasted. Let me see. I don't think a corrupt Democrat. First of all, not going into detail, we know every major city from Detroit, every major city in the United States, Flint, Michigan, every major city in the United States has been Democrat controlled and run for decades, right? This is on them. This is what they're scared to death of, is Trump just blew it up. He put it on blast, as the girl said. It's been decades that these Democrats have been running these cities. Decades, and stealing the federal money. Absolutely stealing. Sanctuary city, stealing federal money, federal education money coming in. It's a disaster. And we have a president finally says it. Let me get going here because he's going to get me all worked up with these tweets. Stolen or wasted. Ask Elijah Cummings where it went. I think you should also ask Elijah Cummings' wife where it went. So, I don't have time. I get 2 hours a day. It's all I got. But what I try to do on the show when I get going is just encourage you to do your own research. I mean, I don't have time. I read the articles, okay? I read the articles. I want to bring you to a point where, when the show's over and you're sitting there on the computer, research this stuff yourself. Ask Elijah Cummings' wife, and we'll put her up where in their nonprofit organization and commingling of funds. Look at the commingling of funds. That's why they're a nervous wreck. Ask Elijah Cummings where it all went. He should be investigated. They should investigate himself with his oversight committee. Now this doubles back to the oversight committee. Remember I told you, the oversight committee has now subpoena power. And Elijah Cummings sitting up there mumbling. He can't even talk. He mumbles. I mumble a little too. Hey, there you go. Let's not get personal, right? But he sits up there and he mumbles. I have no idea what the hell he's saying. But no, they got to get Ivanka, and they got to get Jared, and they got to get subpoenas, and they got to hear more. Because Mueller brought it up to a point that there's nothing, absolutely nothing in the Russian collusion, election interference, hoax, whatever. There's nothing there. So if we keep working on it, we'll create something. So the oversight committee is running. He's running his mouth on the oversight committee. Why don't he take care of Baltimore? It's just like that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, right? Look at some journalist take some damn video cameras through her district in Queens and look at her rat-infested neighborhoods. Kids that are living in squalor in apartment buildings, probably with no water, some with no power. Nasty, right? All right, anyhow. So oversight committee. Instead of worrying about that, why don't you go home? Now, let's go to the next one. Is that number 3, Josh? Yeah, this is the third tweet. Let's just go in a row right now. Elijah Cummings never even went to the southern border, and then he screams at the very good people who, despite Congress's failure to fix loopholes and asylum, make it work. Crossings are way down, and the wall is being built, even with zero Dem help. Border getting strong. Now, we did not highlight this yesterday, but the wall is going to get built. Okay, and let me just give you this for thought later on the wall. Okay, don't you love my background morning noise? I love it. Okay, Morning in America, right here on the back porch. What the hell was I saying? Okay, the United States Supreme Court Friday said, yes, Trump can dip into the military budget and build the wall. It's a matter of defense. He can do that. They're freaking out because the Supreme Court said, yes, he can build that wall. Now, in the other budget that just happened with Nancy Pelosi, I am not thrilled about the size of it. So let's not go down the road of the budget. But what did Trump do again? He put in a massive amount. It's not getting talked about, but he put in a massive amount of money in the budget in military. Once again, because the Supreme Court, he can dip out of that, okay? So Cummings is running his damn mouth about the border with the rat infested. We got a couple more, and then we're going to go to some videos, okay? Because we're going to substantiate every tweet the guy puts out. The corrupt elite corporate media, and those are the white people I talk about. You see those people? They're like, they don't go down to the bad areas. I mean, let's just put it like this. They're not down in the hood trying to buy something bad. They don't know what it is down there. All right, let's move along. Crazy Bernie Sanders. Did you put up number 4, Josh? I can't see because let's go to 4. Crazy Bernie Sanders recently equated the city of Baltimore to a third world country. We're going to play the video, right? Based on that statement, I assume that Bernie must now be labeled a racist. Third world. You know, the only thing that Bernie didn't call it was a shithole country. I'm sorry, folks. You remember that when they went nuts because Trump said, we get these people from shithole countries? Oh, my God. Did you hear what he said? They say these white elites, they go in the break room and they use foul language. They use language I do not use. But then they get on TV when Donald Trump says shithole countries. Oh, my God. There's something I can't say in the SUV while I'm carting all the kids to soccer practice. I know. I shouldn't have said that. Let's back up. Forget that happened. Just as a Republican would if he used that term in standard. The fact is Baltimore can be brought back. Maybe. Hey, maybe I can bring it back. Let's not forget the mayor. How many officials from Baltimore has gone to prison? Let's go to number 5, Josh. We're going to get all of our tweets out of the way of the president, and then we're going to go some video, okay? Got a lot to work on today. Even to new heights of success and glory, but not with King Elijah and the crew. I'm sorry, I just got to fall back. You can't tell me that doesn't crack you up. King Elijah and the crew. I got to give him, man. King Elijah and the crew. I love everybody. He's trying to tell you, Baltimore May. Let's just go back one time to number 4. See, when you get number 4 up there, Josh, the fact is Baltimore can be brought back maybe, right? No, not to new heights, but not with King Elijah. You got Elijah coming. You got to get him out. You got to get that mess out of there if you're even thinking about restoring the inner cities. So he put them on blast. They got to go. And that is all over America. Los Angeles, Seattle, it don't matter. Chicago, Gary, Indiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Detroit, it don't matter. Flint, Michigan, they got to go or these cities are gone. They're completely gone, finished, okay? When the leaders of Baltimore want to see the city rise again, I am in a very beautiful oval-shaped office waiting for your call. I'm sorry, folks. Oh, I'm waiting on your call. Trump's the first black president. I'm sorry. Trump said, I'm in the office. It's beautiful here. I'm waiting on your call. I'm not doing nothing. Give me a call. Say, hey, I'm going to clean this mess up. I'm on my way. All right? I'm telling you, folks, these tweets are amazing. I love the way he talks to you and I direct. Do you see, I want to ask you, you watch your Good Morning America and you watch your CBS and your NBC and you watch MSNBC with Morning Joe, Muskrat Joe and Muskrat Minka, Morning Joe and Minka. I have to tell you, I got to go there. You know, those two, when they're not on the show, they're working the gates of hell. I know people get mad, but I'm going to tell you something, man. Joe is on one side, Minka's on the other, and they are operating the gates of hell for the Democrat Party because it's a full slide down the hell as fast as they can go. All right, enough preaching. I got to get off that. But, all right, you see none of this. Nothing on the corporate media. You will not see this. They will not break it down and explain it. I might laugh, but the truth is he's saying, you remember the lady, I forget her name, that just told us, hey, Elijah Cumming hadn't even done a cookout in their neighborhood. This guy's Trump's ready to do a cookout. If I was Donald J. Trump, I would blast out. I would put him on blast in Baltimore. I would have the Trump cookout in Baltimore. There you go. Let's get that going. I think Trump ought to throw a cookout for that lady. Now, here's where I get a little bit. I like this. I don't know what number I'm up to. Is this 6, Josh? I think it's 6. Let's go to number 6. All right. Al Sharpton would always ask me to go to events. We read that one earlier, okay? I got that one earlier on another one. So we got that one. Let's pass by that, okay? Let's go to number 7. And I think that might be the last. Number 7, Josh. If the Democrats are going to defend the radical left squad and King Elijah's Baltimore fail, I'm sorry, it will be a long road to 2020. The good news for the Dems is that they have the fake news media in their pocket, and they do. You will not get anything we're doing for you this morning on any of this media. You did not get those videos I played. You're not going to get the videos I'm about to play. Won't happen. So, and I call it the deep state corrupt media. Now, Josh, let's go to, hang on just a minute. I'll get it here in a minute. In fact, Josh, I appreciate you this morning. You're really, let's go to, remember the rat infested and they're all messed up over it? Josh, let's go to the video we're going to start, I think at 2 minutes and 50 seconds or something like that. The one, I could smell the rats. If you have that ready, let's go to that. Let's run this one because rat infested got everybody all worked up and it got Minka Brzezinski going, oh my God. You got that one ready, Josh? Play it.
Neighborhood is unconscionable.
In Baltimore, violent crime has dropped 14% compared to this time last year. Homicides are down 17%. Carjackings, 21%. For Councilman Scott, those numbers don't tell the whole story.
This is the crime from January 1 to last Saturday of this year, and this is the same period in 2014.
The red areas on the map represent crime, which in 2014 was continuing to drop.
I've been recording.
It was the year before Freddie Gray and before Baltimore's 3-year crime spike.
It means that we have a long way to go to get back to that point.
To compare to the two, to me, just doesn't make sense. Well, there are a number of things about 4 years ago. First of all, we don't have anywhere near the number of police officers on the street today that we had on the street in 2014.
Violent crime is up 28% in Baltimore compared to the same time in 2014, with homicides 28% higher and carjackings more than 73% higher.
Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon.
We asked the mayor how she viewed the crime numbers from 4 years ago.
What I said was we were going to get violence down in our city. We're getting it down. That's what we're going to continue to focus on. I'm looking at every day, every month, comparing it to the year before and how we continue to work together.
For the families who've lost loved ones during Baltimore's 3-year crime surge, some have seen justice and others wait. In the case of Daniel Mulhausen, his accused killer is scheduled to stand trial later this week. If you have a public safety...
Josh, let me ask you a question and put me something up on the screen. Did you start that at 250? Because if you started that at 250, which that was good information, but if you started that at 250, then I actually gave you the wrong time on that I wanted the viewers to see. So did you start that at 250? You send me a quick message. Because if so, I had the wrong. Type me a quick message, Josh, and let me know if that's where we started that video. Was it at 250? Hold on just a second, folks. I just want to see because I had that video set to play something a little different. And okay, I'm going to finish. I'm going to take a break, okay? I'm going to get that video right where I wanted it. That was good information. but I'm going to come back. We got 3 or 4 more videos we want to play. We got a lot more to do today. We got the Democrat debate we want to talk about. We got a whole lot and new polling numbers. All right. So I'm going to take a break. I'm your host, BKP Josh. Let's take a quick break and I'll get reorganized with that video. Take us a break, Josh.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella-J, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ella-J, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The summer savings are too hot to touch at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper. And every Chevy truck has a red hot price, like new Colorado Crew Cabs, over $6,500 off, or new Silverado Crew Cabs, over $11,000 off. You won't find a hotter deal on a new Chevy truck anywhere else in Georgia. The summer savings event going on right now at Dave's Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Dave's Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hey, I'm back. Man, I didn't even get time to eat my sausage biscuit here, Josh. I tell you what, moving right along here. Now, I apologize. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let's show everybody how they can contact the show. There you go. That's our phone number, 706-889-9700, chief at FetcherNews.com. And there are all the social media ways you can contact the folks. Hey, Josh, a little note to the studio in there this morning. I do have my chat line up. So if you have to send me notes, I did accidentally have it closed, so I couldn't see what you were telling me. Folks, let's get back. Now, when we left, I played you a video because remember, the President of the United States said Baltimore was rat infested. So that has drove everybody nuts. Now, I was told in the beginning of the show I had to stop saying white people. I'm sorry. I know, I guess the majority of our audience is white, so I'm really sorry about that, but I'm going to get my sausage biscuit ready. But I think you understand where I'm going. All right, so I'm not going to attack white people. All right. Josh, let's go to that same video. Remember, rat infested. Let's try it again. What we were talking about, let's go to that video first and play until I tell you to come back, okay?
That is solely the job of the police department.
About a year ago, city leaders identified some of the city's most violent neighborhoods.
What the hell? We should just take all this Damn.
to target.
Ooh, you can smell the rats.
Under Baltimore's Violence Reduction Initiative.
Ooh, Jesus.
Just last week, we went with Mayor Pugh as she toured an East Baltimore neighborhood.
It's a new one. I've been down here 54 years. It's a new one.
Baltimore's Violence Reduction Initiative is about taking steps to rid communities of the cornerstones that contribute to crime.
Oh my God, you can smell the dead animals.
Blocks of dilapidated buildings help to hide the addiction that's crippled this community.
If a home is boarded up, they'll still break it down and do their drugs inside.
A lot of this stuff is privately owned. We need lawyers to help us condemn these properties.
This East Baltimore neighborhood is also home to one of the city's busiest methadone clinics. 3,000 patients receive methadone on a daily basis here.
To put this kind of capacity in the middle of a neighborhood is unconscionable.
In Baltimore, violent crime has dropped 14% compared to this
Back
time.
to me. All right. What the hell? We need to tear this stuff down. I don't know what she said. We need to tear this down. Oh, God, you can smell the rats. Man. Let's see, that video was not shot yesterday. It was shot several years ago. That's right. But Trump is the bad guy for telling the truth. See, what happens when the President of the United States, just like he did with the squad, which we know Ian Omar, whatever her name is, right? I, for one, feel when the investigation is done, she lied and obtained asylum and citizenship on a lie in this country, and she's probably an illegal congresswoman, and she probably should get sent back to Somalia. Oh my God, I said it. But seriously. So what did that mayor say, right? Mayor, I could smell the rats. I could smell the rats is what she said. Now, Josh, I want to play a couple more videos. Okay, let's go to that next one we talked about this morning, and I'll give you the video I want first, okay? I think there's a couple in here. Let's go to Terrence K. Williams, the one with the trash can in it. Let's play this one real quick.
And all
See,
this.
for dumping grounds.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Isn't it?
Meanwhile, they're worried about the kids at the border.
Right, exactly. And
But this is how actual American citizens gotta live and deal with.
I wonder how the Mexicans like.
And man, now tell me,
it's gotta
me
be
living
worse
in this
for
house
them.
with all this, tell me I didn't have rats and rodents. He told me I was lying.
Who?
Oh my
The
goodness.
landlord.
Oh, well, that's crazy.
Yep.
That's common sense. You
He
can
told
see.
me I was lying. There was no rats and rodents. We just didn't want to pay.
You can see that it's terrible.
Josh, I wasn't ready. I'm trying to eat. I gotta get something to drink. Trying to eat my sausage biscuit, man. Come back on me too quick. Sorry about that, folks. And they're worried about the border. Trump put it on blast. This is Baltimore. Rat infested. You heard the mayor say, my God, stinks of rats, right? So now let's go to Josh while we're working on that one. I want to bypass the middle one where Terrence K. Williams is laughing, happens to be a black American, about the black CNN host that is crying. We'll get to that in a minute, all right? Go down to the Bernie Sanders one. And these are the truth. Remember, we read these tweets. And Trump just doesn't blast this out. They are in a mess with the black community in inner cities. Okay? Let's play the Bernie Sanders one right now at the bottom.
This neighborhood would not think you're in a wealthy nation. You would think that you were in a third world country. But today what we're talking about is a community in which half of the people don't have jobs. We're talking about a community in which there are hundreds of buildings that are uninhabitable. We're talking about a community where kids are unable to go to schools that are decent.
Wait a minute, Josh. Was he in Baltimore? Was it racist when Bernie Sanders said this in Baltimore? Wow, he said it looked as though we were in a third world country. It looked as though all these homes, not even inhabitable, third world country, right? Now, I don't have the guy's name up. Josh, do you see his name on the screen on the other one? The CNN, if you could see the CNN journalist, let's see, where is his name? CNN anchor cried on TV because Donald Trump, West Baltimore tweets. Let's play that anyway. This is a CNN. Where we go. This is a CNN analyst that grew up in Baltimore, and he's going to cry. And we want to give Terrence, is that his name? Let me double check, make sure that is his name. Yeah, we want to give Terrence an opportunity to laugh at him. So let's play that one for the audience real quick as we are bringing up Inner City America, the disaster that Trump exposed, put on blast. Let's play that one, Josh.
It says about Congressman Cummings' district. That no human would want to live there. You know who did, Mr. President? I did. From the day I was brought home from the hospital to the day I left for college. And a lot of people I care about still do. There are challenges, no doubt. But people are proud of their community. I don't want to sound self-righteous, but people get up and go to work there. They care for their families there. They love their children who pledge allegiance to the flag, just like people who live in districts of congressmen who support you, sir. They are Americans too.
Boy, bye. Are you seriously crying over a tweet? Seriously? Over a tweet. Now, what you should be crying about is the fact that Elijah Cummings has been in office for over 30 to 40 years and has not done anything for the black community, has not done anything for West Baltimore. So you should be crying about that. And you should have been crying when you found out the first black president did not do anything for the black community. You should have been crying when you found out Obama did not help out and do anything for the communities that you grew up in, that you crying about, okay? And you talking about, well, I grew up there, Mr. President, and from the time I was born, I lived there. From the time that I went to college. Well, why didn't you stay there? Why did you move, huh? Why did you move? Exactly, because you didn't want to live around rats and roaches. That's why you left. If you don't like Trump said with your chest, you ain't got to cry about it. You don't have to cry about it.
I'm sorry, Josh. There's no way I can get ready to come back from that, Josh. You didn't want to live with the rats and the roaches. You ain't got to cry about it, man. You ain't got to cry. Oh, I'm sorry, Terrence, way to go. There's times, folks, on this show where I don't need my explanation or my paraphrasing or bringing the subject to you. It's just not the same. Terrence K. Williams, follow him on Twitter. He would laugh and read in a magazine. Really? Really? So we talked this morning, right? And the First Lady this morning in her video said, Trump put Cummings on blast. Trump woke America. America is woke to the inner cities. Woke. All right. Let me see, Josh, if I can find some of the pictures I want to show you. Now, this is, I got to get her name, but this is number 8. The mayor of Baltimore put her up. She is the one, and let me grab that really quick. Let's talk about that because there's not enough time to do all of them. Excuse me, that was very rude. I'm trying to eat my sausage biscuit. But this is Baltimore Mayor Katrina Pugh. I can't see it from here. Embattled Baltimore Mayor Katrina Pugh, who has been away from the job amid a corruption scandal centered around a children's book. Remember that? This woman, rat infested. All right, I don't want to get stuck there, okay? I do not want to get stuck there, but Mayor of Baltimore, go through, do your own research, okay? Remember this, number 9, Freddie Gray. Remember the police officers put him in a van, gave him a rough ride. Remember that in Baltimore? Well, let's go to number 10. Now, this is Elijah Cummings, and this is Barack Hussein Obama, the president, and this is his young wife. All right, what are the black community? The Tenderoni. Remember Michael Jackson did PYT, Pretty Young Thing? So this is Elijah Cummings, PYT, Pretty Young Thing. I asked you earlier, go do the research on this lady. Go do the research. Let me get it here. I'll give you her name. I had it up here a minute ago. I want to make sure you have it. Her name is, come on there, Brian, get it up there. That's not what I was looking for. That's her name. Maya, I guess, Rockymore. Maya Rockymore Cummings. Go look her up. The PYT there. Elijah Cummings, Pretty Young Thing. Look her up. Start doing the research of how corrupt they are. And then the President of the United States, we have broke down rat infested. That's not the President of the United States. That's the people who live there. That's the mayor. Nasty, roaches. President do that. President's talked about Cummings and corruption. Go look at how much money has been poured into his district. Where's it at? Exactly. Okay. Now let's go to the media's reaction this morning. Number 11. Josh pulled me 11. This is MSNBC, first thing this morning. Representative Mark Meadows. Neither Trump nor Cummings is racist. So they're running around Washington trying to find Republicans to come out and say Trump's a racist. So MSNBC, a lot of people get upset. They brought in their token. I'll give you a pause so you can fill in the blank. But they bring in their token black former GOP chair, Michael Steele. Okay, they're token Republican. You take what you want. But they always bring him in to ask about racism, okay? And I'll tell you what, Republicans, you better keep your damn mouth shut. Because each and every one of you know the disaster within your own districts. Cummings is not alone. You know the disaster in your district in Atlanta, in your district in Macon, Georgia, and your district in Cumming, Georgia, okay? You need to come out and realize the disaster and realize something needs done. You know the disaster that's going on in the inner cities, that the Democrats created, the plantation they built for their black voters, that Trump is trying to free the black voter in America. So don't come out and say anything. Mark Meadows is a spineless coward, North Carolina. I'm sorry, I love North Carolina. My family's from North Carolina. My dad is telling me North Carolina stories 24 hours a day, 7 days a week growing up there. It's sad you people have a wuss, a real wuss, for a Senator, Mark Meadows. Just come out and tell the truth, Mark Meadows. Let's go to number 12, Josh. I want to run through these on the racism because we're going to get to some polling numbers. Looking for a reason to attack how Trump seized on Fox News broadcast to go after Cummings. Use Fox News, they say. Let's go to number 13. And number 13 is Minka Brzezinski. Don't get me started. Representative Mark Meadows remains neutral as Trump attacks friend Elijah Cummings. Now, I like to show you these pictures because you know that I get up at 4 a.m., I watch CNN, and then at 5 a.m., I watch Early Start on MSNBC, and then at 6 a.m., I watch the amazing hate group with Morning Joe. And I like to show you the bylines on the screen is what I like for you to see. Let me go to number 14, MSNBC, Representative Elijah Cummings. And this is the day they showed on MSNBC this morning, and they played the video of, Mark Meadows and Elijah Cummings having a crying moment over racism when Mark Meadows was called a racist and they're best friends. Hey, look, Mark Meadows, you can be Elijah Cummings' best friend. I don't care. I don't get it. Good for you, okay? But Baltimore is a disaster, and he is a mess, period, okay? Go past that one. There's two subjects I want to get to it. Let's go to number 20, Josh. And I just put these up because I want you to show they just never shut up and they're pushing a narrative. The deep state corporate media pushes this narrative. CNN, all of them do at the same time. Washington Post, House Republicans plan yearly retreat in Baltimore despite Trump's attacks. Trump did not attack Baltimore. Trump did not attack the good people of Baltimore. Trump put it on blast, as she said, Elijah Cummings, his district, and the rat roach infested communities that he has allowed to take place in 30 years in Baltimore. So get it straight. These headlines, why do you think he yells fake news? They do these headlines, Trump's attacks. There's no attacks. All right. Let's go to number 22, Josh. Number 22, Meadows on Trump Cummings spat. Neither man is a racist. Oh, I'm a coward. I am such a coward. I can't tell. I've got Donald Trump over here, which I know truly in my heart is not a racist. And then I got Elijah Cummings, which I know is stealing every dime he can with his pretty young thing wife. What am I to do? Well, I'll just say either one of them's racist and move on. You coward. Okay. This is something we're going to get into. Number 23. Trump. This is great. They can't take this, folks. We're going to play another video for you. Trump hosted. Trump winds attacks on African-American leaders while hosting inner-city pastors at the White House. So yesterday he hosted inner-city pastors. They were asked, is he a racist? Said no. They're in big trouble, black community. Now let's go to number 24 because in the picture that's Reverend Bill Owens. He's the president coalition of African-American pastors. Wait till you hear the video with him after our next break. Mark Meadows, the white coward, number 25, I have to keep saying North Carolina Senator white coward. Got a lot of families from North Carolina, like I said, but I got to just call it out. So number 25 there, Representative Mark Meadows' statement. It should start, I'm a coward, but it doesn't. I'm a friend of both men. Oh, we're all friends. We're friends, man. I don't give a rat's whatever. Oh, a rat. You can't say rat anymore. Con man Al Sharpton. Oh, my God. Where's my tissues again? I'm a friend of both men, President Trump and Chairman Cummings. I know both men very well. It's a quandary. I'm in a quandary. Neither man is a racist. Neither man, period. End of discussion. There's no way you can label either of these guys. Cummings is a racist. He didn't even, you know what? This damn guy has had no opponent in his district for God knows how long. So this guy, go do the research and he's got a campaign stash. I mean, this guy's not worried about a primary challenger, nothing. He's got more campaign cash than you'd ever dream of. It's like the lady said, he didn't even throw him a cookout, man. Period. Both love America. Really? I think if we put aside partisanship with investigations, we can find Chairman Cummings' district, we can find bipartisan solutions that will benefit not only Chairman Cummings' district, but the country as a whole. I'm committed to working to that end with both of them. I'm a wuss. You see, if we can put all these investigations aside, we could definitely find some solutions for Chairman Cummings' district, much like any of them. He didn't find Mark Meadows any solutions in 30 years. What the hell's wrong with you? This is one of the weakest. I got to get past this guy, or I'm going to say ugly stuff I should. Okay, let's go to number 26. See, that's the same one. MSNBC's playing it. I'm not going to read it again, but I know, well, let's read it again. I have known Al for 25 years, went to fights with him. And Don King, Al called me up. Hey, Trump, can you bring the limo by, pick up King, myself? I always got along well. He loved Trump. He would ask me for favors often. Al is a con man. You got to give it. I love that. Every time I read the tweet where Trump says Al is a con man, he's no damn reverend. Al is a con man, a troublemaker, always looking for a score, just doing his thing. He's just doing his thing, man. Must have intimidated Comcast NBC. All right. I only got 2 hours a day, Josh. Every time I see this little weasel being brought in as the black leader or a civil rights leader or a reverend or community action leader, whatever his black ass is, damn, I'm sorry, I get wound up. I apologize. Can we scratch that from the record? My sincere apology. I shouldn't say that. Anyhow, whatever this guy is, every time I see him on MSNBC, I'm thinking, what kind of shakedown did Comcast and NBC go through to have to kiss this man's rear end, have to kiss his ring, and call him Rev? There's nothing more disgusting on Morning Joe in the morning to say, well, what do you think, Rev, to hear Joe Scarborough? Really? All right, anyhow. Hates whites and cops. There you go. I'll tell you something. If you don't like this president of the United States, I like him enough for both of us. Hates Al Sharpton is a no-good piece of garbage. All right, trying to get through all these. Number 27, there's Al. Trump, number 27, CNN. I'm just showing you for the byline, okay? Trump adds Reverend Sharpton, Senator Sanders to racist attacks. See, they still double down that they're racist attacks, and they're not. And what they're upset about is this is starting to play in the black community in America. I can't get stuck. I got 2 more things to do this morning. Number 20, is that 28, Josh? Yeah, no, 28. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the camera. You're like, get back from the camera. Number 28, Trump escalates attacks on Representative Elijah Cummings. CNN, I like to show you the bylines, okay? Let's go to number 30. As they're talking about Elijah Cummings, they had to throw in the squad, the women of color there with CNN, and they're reporting this morning. Number 31, Trump dives deeper into the racial tensions, right? And let's go to, I'm just showing you bylines. Number 33, Trump dives deeper into racial tensions. There's another picture MSNBC talked about all morning. And then NBC News, there's a whole segment on number 38, Journey to Power, the History of Black Voters from 1976 to 2020. So, folks, I'm going to take another break, a short one. I want to come back. I want to see if I can find the Black Pastors video real quick. Then we're going to talk about tonight's debate, okay? We got a couple other things we got to go through before we close this show at 10 o'clock. So, Josh, take us to a short break, one set of commercials only, and, folks, we'll be right back after these brief messages.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella-J next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, let's tell everybody how they can contact the show, get in touch with us throughout the day. If you have a news tip, anything going on in your area, you want to comment on today's issues on the show or the topics we covered, there you go, right there. There's our phone number, and there's our phone number and email address and the social media way to follow us. Now, Josh, I sent you a video, and before we go to the video, we're trying to wrap this up, folks, but I think it's more important than the debate, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Tonight, the Democrats and the debate, I'm tired of hearing of it. We try to cover things on the show that nobody will talk about. And Trump woke America. See, we know. We have gone into restaurants, we're eating with our friends, and we talk about the cities, they're collapsing, the disaster, the decay, our crumbling infrastructure in these cities, right? And we know that we're sending billions of dollars. We are. I am tired of hearing about $1 trillion United States infrastructure bill. Not until we fix these cities. Trump knows it. If we can get the Democrat plantation owners, hey, I don't care how mad you get. If we can get them out of the way, we can revitalize really the cities in America and clean them up and give these people an opportunity. You look at the nasty stuff that the Democrats have put them in, and I'm talking the black community, just for their vote. Josh, let me have right quick number 24. Now, this is Reverend Bill Owens, number 24. Put that on the screen. He's the president of the Coalition of African American Pastors. Okay, he came out yesterday. Now, MSNBC did play this morning. They did play this, but let's go to that video, Josh, of his statement when he came out of meeting with President Donald Trump yesterday. If you can get that ready, is that something we can do? Ready to go?
Of course, absolutely. Should he go there? I think he should. I think it would be good. That was not on the agenda today.
What was the president's message to you?
I think he did more listening than talking. And no, it was not a photo op. It was 2 hours of discussion. That's not a photo op. But partner, we discussed the issues facing the black community. And there are many.
Does the president have a responsibility to raise the rhetoric around race in this country?
Absolutely.
And do you think he's been living up to that?
I think his actions, I think more action than talk. And I hear from some people, I hear about racism. I know racism. I'm 80 years old. I was in the civil rights movement, and I suffered from it. So I know it when I see it. There's a lot of racism in America today. I love it. I didn't know he said that, so I don't agree or disagree. He didn't say it to me. I didn't hear that. I did not hear that. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. So I can't address it. I didn't hear it.
Pastor, you talked about the issues of racism being faced in your life and how you feel racism.
Yes.
Do you think this president is doing enough to tamp down those flames?
I think he can do more, absolutely. I don't think you can do enough. He's done some things such as the prison reform, opportunity zone. He's done a lot of things, and I think he could do more. The fact that he met with us today is a factor. He wanted to know from us, what should he do in America? What else can he do?
What did you say?
We told him the things that he could do. This country needs healing. There's so much division in America along racial lines. It's worse than it was years ago. It's worse.
Is the president fanning those flames of division when he tweets things like cities that are majority African American are infested?
Well, those are his words. I don't want to second guess what he says because I hear a lot of things. I see also people pandering to black people to get them on board with some of their agenda, and they do it sometimes. They pander to the black.
All right, folks, I had to play that for you. Donald Trump is not a racist. He listened. The crime, prison reform bill, the list goes on. I'm telling you, Donald Trump has made an impact in inner cities, something we needed. You live in the suburbs, you needed Donald Trump to do this. No matter where you live in America, you needed Donald Trump to highlight the inner cities and blow it up. He put them on blast, as the lady said. Now, we're going to move off this subject because I can't go into it any longer. But I thought it was important because I told you last week, and I'll just say this briefly. I told you last week when the whole thing with the squad came up and immediately the corrupt media, it's just really sad what they're doing in our country, manipulating people and yelling racism because they want that. And I said last week, I'll make it quick, the deficit, yeah, I'm concerned. I'm not a gloom and doom, but the country is going to financially collapse, period. It's going to. And when it does, we're going to figure out what to do, and we're going to bring it back. You know, all through history, great societies collapsed, rebuilt, whatever. So that's going to happen. We're going to build it back. I see so many things that are going on that are disasters, but when they're done and over, we'll be able to repair them. Racism scares the daylights out of me because it's going to take another 150 years to try to heal the damage that was done just in the last 10 years. Democrats have created a disaster. So let's move on from that. Josh, I got a couple things we got to do before we leave today. Now, first of all, let's go into before we do the polling. I mean, before we do Democrat debate tonight. Obviously, there's polling out on how Americans are reacting to this. I'll find it right here. Okay. Number 17. 54%, number 17, 54% say they definitely won't vote to re-elect President Trump. 54%. Interesting. Definitely. Absolutely not. Okay. Now let's go to the Quinnipiac poll, number 16, Josh. So number 16, the Quinnipiac poll. I try that. Sometimes I get it right. Whatever. Definitely re-elect Trump, 32%. Now, MSNBC this morning, they had a roundtable as they do on Morning Joe, and they were discussing this poll and saying Trump can't find any more white people. It's disgusting the way they have this conversation. He's out of white people to vote for him. There you have. Considering voting for Trump is 12%. Definitely not voting for Trump is 54. So let me see. 32 and 12 is 44%. Let's move that to 47. He wins again. Trump will win re-election just looking at these numbers. But this is what they're trying to tell you is going to happen. Let me see if I can get now on top of that. Hold on here, Josh. We have the debate tonight, and it's all manipulated, folks. CNN and the debate tonight. But what will be interesting on tonight's debate is, will the moderators at CNN, and I didn't even look up who's there, will the moderators at CNN bring up Baltimore? Will they drive the racism bus tonight on CNN? Will they? Because I know there's a lot of you going to say, hey, I'm not watching that garbage. But if you're out there trying to work to get the president of the United States reelected, believe it or not, probably should watch it or watch the highlights at least so you can defend the president when you get into discussion. So, yeah, I'm going to watch the debate tonight. CNN is hoping that you and I really boost their ratings. CNN is hoping that independents across this country, because that's where elections are decided, they're praying that they get this massive viewership of independents and they could drive the lane, like shooting a basketball. They could drive the lane of racism tonight. Watch the way they present it and watch the opportunity they give all of these candidates and tomorrow to comment on Trump's racist tweets. They will say it in the tense, racist tweets. Double down with racist language. They will not ask, and this is my prediction tonight, you will not hear, I could be wrong. I hate to put that on video, but I doubt that they will ask them do you think the president's tweets are racist? I think CNN will drive the lane of it's already racist. Okay, so let me go to this. This is the polling. Quinnipiac again, number 21 there, Josh. 2020 Democrat presidential nomination. Now, Joe's bounced back. Don't you love the 76-year-old guy has the kind of energy to bounce back? I mean, he's got drive, stamina, and he's even got 150 people showing up at his rallies now. Joe has bounced back. He's at 34%. He's up 12. You can't beat that. Elizabeth Warren, she's up 1 to 15. Then Kamala, the dust is settled. She's down 8 to 12. Why isn't she the one that kicked Joe's ass last time? Isn't she the one that caused us to have a full week of discussion on busing? Which I don't want to go back there, but I understand busing. Isn't she the one? Wow. Did it not have any lasting power? Interesting. And then Bernie's down 2 to 11%. Oh my God, they're kicking the old Jew's ass. I'm sorry. I said it again. Now the gay guy. Don't look at me. Why does everybody look at me? The guy is gay. So I said, the gay guy. Pete Buttigieg. I got to do that. I can't do it any other way because I always get a text message telling me I don't pronounce it. It's got an edge on the end. So Pete Buttigieg and his husband are gallivanting. They're not crossing the country. They gallivant. Listen, I always say it's the LGBTQ, and they should have F on there for flamers. I swear to God, they should have the F for flamers. Anyhow, Pete Buttigieg is 6%, plus 2. Beto O'Rourke, Francis. Poor Francis. Actually, I know I'm going to get attacked for this, but I actually feel sorry for poor old Francis. Francis is supposed to be the front runner. Andrew Yang. Okay. Now, the gay guy, Pete Buttigieg, has money. He's got money. Everybody said, all right, so MSNBC, let's do it real quick. We got time. All of them are saying, well, his polling data is not equaling his campaign contributions. They're through the roof. So remember when they reported everybody's campaign contributions and Buttigieg was through the roof? And they were telling you, well, his campaign contributions are not translating to his support. His support is only 4%, but he's leading in contributions. It's real simple. All the gay people in America send him money. And they got money, they send it. That's why Buttigieg's polling is here and his money's here. The gays are sending him the money. I know. Like, you shouldn't say it that way. That's racist. All right, so let me get another one here, Josh. We'll just show another couple one because they are loving breaking this out. Okay, let's go with number 32. Second Democrat debate tonight. One line up. We have Bernie. We have the Indian princess, right? Warren, the old Jew from Brooklyn, Bernie. Pete Buttigieg from, South Bend, Indiana, the gay guy. Francis. Amy Klobuchar. Now, again, I don't want yelled at, but I like Amy Klobuchar. I don't like any of her policies or what she's standing for. I don't know Governor Steve Bullock, but he will be on the stage. And then Tim Ryan from Ohio. John Hickenlooper. I want him on there just so I can say Hickenlooper. I swear to God. John Delaney. Now, this is an interesting one because John Delaney let you know in the last debate. Let me say this. All right. John Delaney let you know in the last debate of MSNBC. And I don't know. I can't remember if he was the mayor of Baltimore. He may have been. I think he was governor or senator of Baltimore or congressman. But his background is some elected positions in Maryland, okay? And John Delaney in the MSNBC debate, okay, he dropped that, hey, if we had Medicaid for all, hospitals have already said they'll collapse and go broke if that's all the payment they're getting. And they killed his mic. And why I'm on that, I'm wondering tonight if CNN, there was very little talk. CNN, nobody covered this. But I wonder tonight if CNN will cut mics. or the live mics will be there no matter what. Because in MSNBC's debates with Chuck Todd and what's that guy? Who's that other guy he was with? Mad Cal or Rachel or whatever. Those two guys, and then the first ones that were on there, you had to have. Let's move along. MSNBC cut, folks. They cut mics. People want this guy Yang that wants to give everybody the Grand Yang candidate. Okay, he said they cut your mic. Delaney started telling the truth about Medicaid for all. They cut his mic. They only made the mics hot for the candidates they wanted to hear stir things up and follow up. So when Chuck F. Todd said, yeah, we do want to hear what you think, it's because they had that mic hot. That's who they wanted. They didn't want this candidate. And then we have Marianne Williamson. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to say, sister, you go, girl. I'm going to beat Trump with love. So that is the night's lineup. Let's go. Oh, here, number 34. Let me just throw this in a mix. Run out of time. More Democrats come out in support of impeachment. So now we're up 3 more. Democrat from New York, and a Democrat from Missouri, looks like. I'm going to say all people of color. I don't know. Am I of color? I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. But we got 3 more, so we're up to 100. Here's CNN doing their promo work, number 35. Here you go. There's their lineup live tonight from Detroit. I wish they'd come out on, because CNN is hurting. Now, I told you this. I watch CNN at 4 a.m. Let me sit back. Let me get the kick back, right? So I watch CNN at 4 a.m. in the morning. You know that, right? And they used to have an international desk. Now, their viewership has collapsed. So about 3 weeks ago, I told you this several times, I turn on CNN at 4 a.m. and, you know, I'm watching, God, Dave Briggs, what a liberal whack job. No wonder Fox got rid of him or he left. So I'm watching 4 a.m. and they welcome their international viewers. I'm like, what? So CNN is trying to double down and do the USA Continental 48. We got 50 states, right? Barack Obama. But they're trying to do our news and mix some international news because they had to close their international desk. Yes, they're in a total mess. So they're praying for a ratings explosion tonight. And I've said jokingly, I think they're going to do it now. If it doesn't, say I was joking around. But I think they're going to do tonight's debate like America's Got Talent. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't put X's over these candidates' head and let the moderators buzz an X amount. I say that jokingly, but watch the way they do this television show tonight. You see, and now they actually want to outdo MSNBC. So that'll be interesting tonight. Here's another one, Josh. Let's roll with number 36. Candidates with best policy ideals. And when you get into the policy ideals, Warren shoots up to 26. Let me just say this, okay? Let me say this. Warren and Biden will not work. Warren is it will not work. So as you look there with policy, Warren has stolen the day from Bernie Sanders on policy. Done deal. She stole Bernie Sanders' day. I told you a year ago. We can go back in my video, and I told you a year ago what you had to watch with Elizabeth Warren was she would write policy. Kamala Harris is going on the radio saying she used to smoke dope while she listened to Snoop Dogg. No joke, right? Kamala Harris is going to legalize marijuana for the whole world. She wants reparations. She wants $20 an hour. She's just going on and shooting stuff out. I said, forget about Kamala Harris. I call her caramel. She looks a little caramel colored to me. Forget about it, right? So keep an eye on Elizabeth Warren. She's writing policy. Now, you and I don't agree with the policy, but she's writing policy. I told you that. Now, look at the poll. Candidate with best policy ideals. Today, Elizabeth Warren is winning that. Now, you know yourself, I say it jokingly, I lead the league on going out on a limb. My prediction is if Joe wins, Harris will be his VP. is they will try to attempt to make her the first woman of color vice president. Because they think, and this is my just going out there prediction, they think America's ready for the vice president. Now, I could care less if a woman's running and she's a conservative, hey, she got my vote if it's the right candidate for president of the United States. But Democrats think that Joe, the way they're going to sell this, you and I both know Joe does not have 8 years. I said this the other day, I will get it out. Joe doesn't have 8 years, you and I know it. We don't even know if he has 4 years. But could he win the Pennsylvania, and could he win the union vote, and could he win back some Democrat vote he needs from Trump? I don't know yet. But if you put Kamala Harris on there, that could energize the ticket for the first female VP. So they got their history. Democrats love to make history. That's what they're trying to do. So that's my prediction, Biden and Harris making history. Now, my other prediction is Biden gets in office and he might be there 2 years or 3, and he comes out one day and says, effective noon tomorrow, I will be resigning presidency as president of the United States. You know, I'm sick, my wife's sick, my friend's sick, something happens, and she is now president of the United States. I lead the league. I love to look at it that way. You just look at it and see. CNN put it out there, number 37. They ran the poll. Biden bounces back in polls, number 37. Now, we only got a couple minutes, so let's back all the way up to this one right here that I got to finish with. One right here I got to finish with. And then I want to make a closing statement of the day because I've got 7 minutes, but I'll get to it right here. Let's go to number 18. All right, MSNBC, 3 a.m. Pacific time. Now, why I like to take these screenshots, you know, if you've watched for years, I study the media. That's my number one thing in this show is studying the media. MSNBC at 5 a.m. Wait, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6. Either 6 or 5. That's Pacific time. What is it, 3 hours? But the very first thing they started with this morning, U.S. Congressman John Ratcliffe proudly serving Texas 4th as, this is what he put out, as a U.S. attorney and federal terrorism prosecutor, Ratcliffe puts terrorists in prison. And they were just this morning opening up, who will he consider a terrorist? Why, what will he do? Who will the terrorist be? See, John Ratcliffe has been appointed by the President of the United States to take the deep state, Dan Coats' place, National Intelligence Director, right? You and I want John Ratcliffe to be this country's National Intelligence Director. You think a lot about this in closing, and I'll let it go. If you have John Ratcliffe, the congressman from Texas, and he is the chief intelligence director, he's the head guy over here on intelligence. See, we know, what has the media said for 3 years? Donald Trump doesn't believe his intel community when 20-some of the intel agencies said this, right, over and over. If this guy is the head of the intel, because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't trust the intel community. I think we ought to collapse the FBI totally, take the letters FBI off, revamp it, and blow it back up into something that's actually useful for the American people. I don't see no problem with the thing collapsing right now. But if you have William Barr as district attorney on this side, district attorney, gosh, if you have William Barr as the attorney general of the United States of America over here, William, and you have John Ratcliffe over here as the chief intelligence officer of the United States of America, we're going to clean some swamp, drain some swamp, refresh the water, throw it back in as clean. There's people scared to death of these two nominations, Barr and Ratcliffe. That's why the deep state, and I do believe there's a deep state, will continue to do everything they can, all right, to stop Ratcliffe's appointment. Now, before I close, we got about 4 minutes, and I want to say this. We're on the end of July. July 2019 is going to be in the books. Just blink, boom, it's in the books. going into August. Now, on a different day, I'll get into the subject of this school starting in August. Bugs the daylights out of me. Two things I want to say. You got your school starting the first week of August all across America. What I want you to do also while you're thinking about that, I want you to drive all across your local communities and look at your local community pools empty, totally empty. While you stay open till after Labor Day, September, Labor Day, you stay open till the weekend of Labor Day, and then you close your community pools. But all over America, as silly as it sounds, we'll spend a little small fortune keeping those pools open, paying lifeguards that are the adults, not the kids because they went back to school, paying adults, not kids, in the concession stand, and they will sit there all day long. The kids are in school. Well, that's a simple thing, all right? That's simple. That's just visually money wasted. I don't believe in going back to school this early in August. But, hey, I'll get into why they do it on a different day. Now, while the kids are in the hot summer schoolhouses in August, that you and I are paying an enormous amount of air conditioning for August to put these kids back in school. But they don't care. They got your money, my money, education. It's a mess. They never build a building and actually discuss with the taxpayers the operating cost, air conditioning, power, whatever. Moving along. Get ready, America, because the next 30 days will be Transgender Bathroom News Month. I'll make a little wager. We're going to start across this country. We're going to have the transgender kids. And we're going to have the parents and the grandparents that show up at the school in the next 30 days and say that their children are still trying to make a decision. I swear, I've been prepping you for this. All over America. Hey, folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh throw up how they can reach us. All right. And we're going to be back tomorrow morning. There you go. You can get reach us at any time there. Also, you can go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and every time we do a live video or anything and we post it there, you'll get a notification we're live on YouTube. We run live on FYNTV.com and our YouTube channel, FYNTV Fetcher News. Also, you can share these segments with your friends. Today is Tuesday, Josh. Oh, yeah, check. That means tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll be back 8 a.m. You enjoy yourself. Text me. Tell me what you think. Josh, take us out of here, buddy.